Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of the Tobifusika podcast. And today on our show we have a very special guest. Yes, I always say they are special because I mean they are special.
They are all special to God's eyes.
Alright, so I'll leave him to introduce himself. Hello stranger.
You are this stranger. Don't use that line on me, for your husband.
So you want to... Okay.
All right. Hello everyone.
Hi.
My name is Seyi. What else do I need to say? What I do?
How many children do you have?
How many children do I have? These days.
I wanted to how many girls that you currently asking out.
Don't do that. Before they kill me. But yeah, I'm Seyi. I am a project manager. Occasionally, and I think more than occasionally, I volunteer with NGOs.
Oh yeah.
And that's why I got to meet you.
That's how we met.
Yeah.
That's how we met. So on today's episode of the podcast, we'll be discussing adult friendships. And it's very interesting because okay. Anything you put here, you should just take it from the one and only Seyi. That's all I can say.
No, hold on. Don't do that. So the thing is, I'm not a knowledge expert on friendships, right?
Yes,
Everyone has their own. Thank you. Disclaimer, Ejo. I'm not a knowledge expert on friendships. I think everyone has their own experience, rightfully so.
I agree.
With friendships. So I think what I'll be talking about today,
it's just
my views.
His views, his experience.
I think I've spoken to a couple of people, and as we said earlier, interesting in my church, we had a conversation last month about friendship breakups, and it helped me to also look at some things and just filter. So I think I've thought about it very well. I have a number of very old time friends. I was trying to think of what friend for this. I was trying to think of what's my longest friendship.
How long has that been?
I would say maybe 20-something years.
Okay.
And these are people this is one I grew up with.
Interesting.
But apart from growing up, I think outside home, I have people that I think I've done 15-18 years with. And we still talk.
Now. That's good. You're an OG now.
Yeah, so if that's what the challenge is, that if an 18-year-old is watching this, I wasn't born when I was.
Hey, you're an OG now. You're an OG in this thing.
Yeah.
But how would you say adult friendships have been? I really, at first, I didn't give too much thought to it when people talk about making friends as an adult. It can be difficult, it can be this, but now I'm actually realizing that things are not the way they used to be when we were younger. I mean, when we had school, when we had church, when we had certain structures.
Don't we still have those structures? So we still have them, right? And I think, I want to go back. Look at our childhood.
Okay.
How did we form friends when we were little? You have a neighbor. All of you come out to play. For those of us that didn't play with phones, you came out to play, and you just made this person your friend.
Yeah, it was just like that.
You were in the same class. Maybe the person was your neighbor, your seat neighbor. The person became your friend. You were in church. You were in a service unit together.
True.
So I think common social spaces where we found ourselves were places where we said we had friends. But getting older, knowledge, the Bible says knowledge puffs up. But some people can assume that knowledge even scatters plenty things.
It shakes all the tables.
It's a lot of tables,
It does.
So it does. When you were 7-year-old or 8, some people claim they were very self-aware then. But did you know what an acquaintance was?
Everybody's my friend. Everybody's my friend.
As a matter of fact, I don't even think there was so much knowledge out there to say, okay, this is acquaintance, this is the meaning of acquaintance, this is the meaning of friend. It wasn't out there.
Yeah.
So I think knowledge growing up, influenced how we viewed friendships and how we made friendships. Okay. But when we were younger, it was, I would have loved to say it was easier, because even if you, but I'm careful with that, because I'm like, yes, you can call it easier, but you can also evaluate and say, were they really friends? Some could have just been neighbors, classmates. Yeah. And that was fine.
And the proximity was what made the friendship easier to try. What about now? For instance, work. Where my difference now is this. At places like work or at places like maybe church now, even those friendships in church and everything, maybe we're two guys or we're two ladies and we're trying to maybe get married or probably get a job, and one person gets, the other person doesn't get or hasn't gotten yet, one person is busier than the other, the person start feeling like, oh, is it because you have a job? Is it because you have a wife? Or at work now, we're still have the same proximity. Work, everybody's trying to get towards certain goals. Somebody's doing better than the other. Or maybe at work where your performance is rated based on this and this. People are claiming to be friends, but I mean, I want Oga to see me as doing. So you see how.
But I think those things also happen when we're younger. Look at it.
Okay.
If you were in the same class and you had friends, and automatically, let's say your friend started doing exceptionally better than you, there would be that little, I think.
Yeah. Of course, gap. Jealousy, like if like, okay.
Or let's even say your friend became more popular. You guys in JS1, you were besties.
Yeah.
In JS2, you were besties. JS3, I went to boarding school.
Yeah.
By the time you cross to SS1, where you confidently start saying last junior here, levels change.
Yeah.
You know, there are many things. So I mean, so you could just lose a friend then because of some operational stuff, and it happens as adults. You're working in the same space. This person gets a promotion you're hoping to get. You know, so there are many dynamics. I think it might not be so different from when we're younger. The major difference I see
your point now,
the knowledge. So now we are aware of so many things. And
I feel like we have the option of walking away too. That's why.
Yes,
when you were younger, you are still in the same school. You will not say, "Oh, I'm changing schools because of you," or you will not say, "I'm going to change my class," or "I will not call you again." It was not your control. Yeah, so
it carry pre-admission.
Because that time when I'm going to school, maybe my family will go right to school together. Even if we are fighting, our parents will still drive us in the same car.
True.
So somehow we're forced to make up.
True.
Somehow we're forced to talk. Go and collect salt from their house.
Yeah.
You have to knock on the door. We're not but now I can say, you know what? I'm not calling you again. Or I see you and I pass you by. Fine. Nobody is going to hold you accountable.
Some people are even confident enough to have that conversation and say, "Oga, we're no more friends.
No more friends again. I'm not going to talk to you again. Or I'm not inviting you to my wedding." Or all those kind of things. People do that. Like
you should do like this.
It's not that deep, right? Really,
so,
it's not that deep.
I think knowledge has a big impact on how we view friendships as adults.
We know a lot.
I think another thing I like to emphasize is self-awareness. I mean, in the past maybe 10 years, there's been a lot of knowledge out there on self-awareness.
Yeah.
So you get to understand who you are as a person. You get to understand your preferences.
Yeah.
You know, when we hear things like love languages. I mean, when we're teenagers, we heard it.
Yeah, but it wasn't really emphasized.
You wouldn't evaluate someone based on their love language, or even you weren't aware that your love language influenced how you viewed others or expected. You know, so the knowledge that we have gotten has really
changed a lot of things.
Yeah, has changed.
So if you don't love me the way I like to be loved, you're not filling my cup.
There's that. There's
I will cut you out.
There's that.
Sorry, I'll cut you out.
Yeah, there's that. There's that.
But really, so as an adult now, how would you say, like, you've been able to maintain friendships? Like, I miss your schedule, so I reach out to you, Seyi, can we meet up by 5? You're like, please, I'm busy with this. I message you again next week.
Will I even respond immediately?
Okay, I'll call you. I want to know that there is a reply message now.
So maintaining friendships, right?
Yeah.
I want to say, go back. Well, people say you give time to what you value. But I think, people say, right? People say, but once again, knowledge.
Yeah.
It's a fair assessment.
We have quotes to back up almost everything.
Thank you.
We have
there's quotes for almost everything. So even when we say you give time to what you value, it's sometimes relative.
Yeah, true.
Your friend might not be available right now for you. Not because they don't value you, but probably just because they have something else that they're not saying that thing is more important than you in the
grand scheme of
things. They're just saying at this moment,
this is
and just in case I can't communicate that, maybe we should have the empathy to just understand. I try to be bright with my friendships in the sense that I'm not going to assume the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
I think it's helpful. not to assume the worst case scenario. So for example, if someone messages me on WhatsApp, if I message someone on WhatsApp, for example, and the person doesn't respond immediately, this is a personal preference. Yeah. But I know it differs for different people. But for me, I'm like, okay, this person is busy.
Yeah.
Even though the person has viewed it, this person is busy. So for me, it's like, what? That empathy of chill. This is adulthood. Adulthood
anything can be happening.
Actually,
anything can be happening.
I don't know, man. It just feels tougher than we imagined.
Yes. There's so much to do with. So much on your plate.
So I think at first line, maintaining adult friendships is that empathy, right? Then maybe don't assume the worst case scenario.
Immediately, don't always think that
it's even if I want to say that even if it seems there's a pattern, and this person has apologized,
and they're still doing the
same thing, maybe give the person the benefit of the doubt repeatedly, maybe. And if you really feel pain so much that you want to have a conversation, maybe you should fix that conversation with the person. That's if the person even has the time for that conversation. But I'll just say extend grace. Adulthood is
happening in different ways.
There are so many dynamics now that influence how we are experiencing adulthood. So maybe just have that empathy when it comes to maintaining friendships. For some people, the WhatsApp group is buzzing. For some people, there are two people that they've not commented. If you tag them 1 million times, they're not going to comment. They will even view and just be like, you don't know what this person is doing.
I actually have a friend like that. So when she actually finally calls me, I jump on that call like anything. Like no matter what I'm doing, I will jump on the call. I know that's the only time I might get to talk to her. And does it mean that it's I mean she should be my friend on my own terms. So let me give a backstory. There was a time where she was off communication for a while. And it was one of my other friends I was constantly communicating with. And then she was not like, okay, she's on Telegram. And I remember I was dating my husband and I'm like, nope, I'm not going to stretch my neck. So I'm checking Telegram. Who uses Telegram? Why would I go to speak?
But really, who uses
Telegram? And then he asked me a question.
Because
He asked me a question. He said, if I was the one that was on Telegram and that was the only way for us to communicate, will you? And I said, yes. And he said, so she's told that this is the best way she can communicate. But you're choosing not to because she wants to be convenient for you. So everybody does WhatsApp chat. You should do WhatsApp chat with me. And I was like, okay. And I realized that it was going to, if I actually didn't reach out to her through Telegram, it was pride on my own part because that's what worked for her then. And if I didn't reach out to her via Telegram and maybe affected our friendship, it was on me, not on her. So I realized that, okay, this was the time to like be the bigger person, stretch myself. So at least once a week, I remember, okay, go and check Telegram. Dump whatever you want to tell her. Next time you come. And funny enough, we've kind of
navigated
it. But really, my first instinct was that no.
They use Telegram.
I'm not going the extra mile.
I mean, if not for these coin people.
Don't shake that.
Let me not shake it. I use my mic. But yeah, I like the place of you saying you had to just yield, and once again coming to how you value people, right? In whatever way you built this friendship, if you value this person, maybe you should also take that step and say, what works for this person? Do I need to sacrifice some bit from my end?
In the middle too.
And just meet in the middle. A very tough thing to do when it comes to implement. I mean, for example, you're saying, if anybody messages me on Telegram, for example, forget it. Why? What? Are you a boy? But that's on the side. Come to that middle ground if possible. But I think another thing would be in adulthood, if you really feel pained. I like the fact that your husband stepped into the conversation.
If not,
but if you feel pained so much, reach out to this person. Talk. What's the worst thing that can happen? The friendship ends.
True. And it's not the end of the world.
And really, it is not the end. Would it pain? Yes. Would you be disappointed? Yes. Is there a possibility that you might not find someone like that person again? Yes. There's that possibility. And hopefully not, the world has a lot of amazing people.
True.
But I mean, if you've built, for example, a long-time friendship and that thing ends, it will be different from the 2 years, 1 year
Yeah,
friendships.
1 year.
You
Yeah.
know, so meet them at the middle. You know, extend that grace. I think in adulthood friendships, I think the biggest now says extend that grace. I mean, if you're Nigerian, you know everybody's dealing with stuff in our country.
Yeah.
You know, so extend that grace. Some people even make calls and every time is lamentations. It's complete. So some friends are even hesitant to talk again on calls
because
like,
you know that
every time I always bring problem for you. You know, and you're always advising me. What you advised me last time is what I still came again with this time around. So extend that grace and just say, you know what?
Yeah.
I know everyone's dealing with stuff.
Yeah.
At their extremes, yes,
Of
they
course
are.
they
You know,
are.
there are some people that, you know, really. and once again, maybe we should now reference that. You know, you give time to what you value.
Yeah.
But it's tough. There are some group chats. People would respond. Some people have people they've pinned that are not the loves of their lives. You know, they have groups they've pinned.
Yeah.
Above church, above work.
Yeah.
Anything that drops on that group.
They must be there. Yeah, true.
You know, but some people don't. I'm sorry I'm referring to WhatsApp. And that's to tell you how much WhatsApp has integrated into friendships.
Yeah.
Mark Zuckerberg, nice one. You know, you know, so just to show you that.
Really?
But I mean, some people do Snapchat. Some people do.
Yeah, they keep streaks each other.
It's they do on TikTok. You know.
Oh, they do on TikTok.
They do things on TikTok.
Okay.
I don't know, man. But I don't know. Maybe they can help us comment. And I don't know what it is. But yeah. So extend that grace. It's sure that's when it comes to friendships, that's my biggest response. It is not easy.
Yeah.
But extend that grace.
At the end of the day, they don't really have a choice. You mentioned social media. Do you think it's affected friendship now in this time and age? Like, what role do you think it has played? Good,
you know,
bad?
Mark Zuckerberg did a big one on us. He did a very big one on us because, you know, we got to see Facebook grow.
Yeah.
How did Facebook start?
It was interesting.
Friend request.
Yeah, it was interesting.
You know, and the psychology of that is just interesting because as at then, the value of a friend request was big.
Like, if I send you friend request,
it means I want to really know you.
Yeah.
Now you have 3,000 people that you don't know. You know,
follow me. I follow
and you know, and it's interesting to see how it has evolved.
Yeah.
So, yesterday I saw someone talking about to go. Well, some of us were not masters on to go. I even got to know yesterday that they were actually levels.
There were levels in to go.
I did not know. So I did not know. I was just doing. I used it occasionally. So I wasn't in that to go.
Yeah.
I wasn't a master or whatever they call themselves. But Facebook blew it. And I think it was just that friend request. I don't know if there are other platforms that had called it friend request. Yeah, we might have called it connection. But that friend request was a big appeal.
Yeah, I want
emotional.
to be your friend.
I want to be your friend. And this person connects. And then it was a big thing. You would communicate on Facebook.
Yeah, you chat.
Others started coming up.
Follow me.
When Twitter started, it was interesting to follow. In short, now if you try this where you say follow me back, you look like you look like
who are you?
Are you from 1999?
Follow me back.
Thank you. That was the trend then.
Yeah.
Now they just do it for engagement and all those influencer people.
How many followers do
you know? So it's interesting to see how connection to people has been influenced by social media.
Mm-hmm.
Now a number of people don't use Facebook again. It's just the platform. Mark Zuckerberg hooked us with threads. It was after all of us installed threads that we discovered that you cannot delete.
I did not.
You can't even delete your
threads account.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Unless you
link to the Lord.
I don't even know how that guy did it. Oh, he knows what he's doing. Anyhow, we digress. So coming back to base. So Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, Twitter. And then WhatsApp. We call WhatsApp social media. And that's how integrated WhatsApp.
I don't see that social media. It's lifeline. It's social media, but
it's supposed to be social media.
Yeah, but it's
instant messaging was not supposed to be this instant.
Yeah.
It was just supposed to be, if I can't call you, I message you and maybe you respond. But now, WhatsApp is in our lives.
Forget there's something called text message.
People have forgotten.
If I text you, you actually see that more than even the WhatsApp. I won't trust WhatsApp message more than
text messages. Yeah. So social media has had a very big role in friendships as people. A couple of years back, when you collect someone's number on WhatsApp, So when you collect someone's number, it doesn't automatically register that WhatsApp.
WhatsApp, yeah.
You know, I think an upgrade to that happened was, you didn't have to. If I had not saved your number or something like that, I will not see your WhatsApp or something. They will shout. But now, everybody's number is on WhatsApp is. Sure, the calls on WhatsApp sometimes are clearer than normal calls.
Normal call, like
so it has become a daily communication platform. How has this impacted friendships? Once again, communication.
Yeah.
Communication. Rising cost of transportation. But yeah, it's easy to communicate now.
Yeah.
You jump on calls, WhatsApp groups. The average Nigerian is on at least 10 WhatsApp groups. For some reason, I just hope, I will be curious to see if that happens. If something that gives us peace of mind from WhatsApp is, please, I'm not demarcating WhatsApp, but if something that isn't so intrusive as WhatsApp, maybe it's developed, maybe, let's see.
How do you feel like it's intrusive?
Anybody can, that if they, so let me give an example. I have notifications turned off on my phone.
Yeah, same.
But I don't have read receipts turned off. Okay. If I read your message and I don't respond and you're angry, go and hug transformer. But
okay, you mean to that level where everybody expect,
people message you and they instantly expect a response because you're online. That's why everybody's hiding. Last thing.
Yeah,
this one because
hey, I don't want you to know.
Just hold you right there.
Thank God, I recently found out about the unread. So if I put a message, I'm not ready to.
Oh, there's unread now.
I do unread.
I don't know if
it affects whether they see it or not, but I just know that it backlogs into stuff I've not opened yet. Everybody will be fine.
You go and look at how everybody has archived groups.
Yeah.
People are.
It's like noise.
It's noise.
Like noise, yeah.
You can't even leave the group. I think now there's an update where you can leave and they don't shout, this person has left this group. But people can't even leave. That's to tell you how
people living in groups that they don't want to leave. I'm sorry.
The obligations, right? So what was the group created for? Hangouts, friends, alumni something. Set of 2009, set of 2011, set of.
So you must stay there.
You must stay there. Why come now? All of us are there. So it feels intrusive sometimes. Anyone gets your message. You message me on WhatsApp. People have had experiences where someone just messages them because they were on a group. Bro, sis, I don't know you.
I would like to be your friend. My name is.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'd like to make meaningful networks.
Thank you. You got it. If I wanted to connect to you, I would have met you where we will connect. But it's fine. It's fine. No wahala. I would evaluate whether. You might never chat to that person again. You might never chat. So, are you really getting connected?
Yeah.
So it's and these days you now see people. Everyone is now. People catch their subs and there was a time a couple of years back, people used to come to statuses to rant.
Yes, when someone is broken.
Thank you. But now, if you come and rant, so the thing then was, if you rant, the people that need to see it. The only people that have your WhatsApp are your school people. You need to spread that message. but now, 1 million people. So your uncle, your auntie, your friend, colleague, worker, who see all those things. So you better be careful with what you rant about. Before, but some people don't care still. They would put what they need to put out there. But what I'm even talking about, sometimes you just put something on your status. See, WhatsApp has really influenced communication and connections.
Yeah.
You put something on your status and that's why everybody remember that you are alive.
Yeah.
Long time.
You know that sometimes.
This is what you look like now. This is you.
You better wait.
Comments. So social media has really impacted how we connect with people.
It's changed it.
So now you would know that the only group you might only be commenting on is your friend or friend, your
close friend,
your clique, your guys. But some of us already have like 3, 4, 5 of that. So how has it impacted on friendships? Really, it has influenced our communication. It has made it easy sometimes.
Yeah.
But in that ease, there's been some sort of intrusiveness.
Yeah.
But I mean, people make new friends on WhatsApp.
Yeah, true.
I mean, I would have loved to speak for younger people. I've seen them put on their statuses that, oh, let's just. I don't think I've connected to anyone based
Like
on they
that.
put it on their status. You know, if I met you physically, you know, if for some reason we met online, eventually we meet physically.
Physically, yeah.
You know, so social media has made it easy to just meet people. You know, I mean,
True.
you meet, you follow, you see, you know, friend of a friend.
Yeah.
So it has made it easy to connect with people.
Yeah.
But
to feel like
in
I
making
like what this person
friendships,
is
everyone
doing.
has their own various criteria that they use eventually. Some people have friends on social media they've never met.
Yeah.
You know, some people have friends they've met once.
Once, true.
You know, so I think at the end of the day, the impact now is individual.
Yeah.
But we should admit that yes, social media has made it sort of easier to meet people.
Meet people, yeah.
To make them your friends. That's
Now
now
on
a
the
personal
different
thing.
conversation
Yeah, that's
on
now a
its
personal
own.
thing.
True. But do you believe in cutting off people? Like,
It's almost that time of the year. As we're hearing
Why is it that time
Mariah
of the year?
Carey's voice, we're hearing scissors and knives.
it's a new year.
Yeah, so
New energy.
yes, I mean, cutting off people, right? It's fine. You have your reasons. If you want to cut off a friend, you know, if you want to cut off someone, let me not say a friend. Okay, let's say a friend. We're talking about friendships.
Yeah.
If you have your reasons, it's fine. I'm big on communication personally.
Yeah, have that
you know, and with
communication
my
before.
friendships.
Yeah.
If I'm disappointed in something you did, I'll let you know.
Straight up
If you're disappointed in something I did, I think you should let me know.
as well. Okay.
If I haven't noticed that space, I would ask you and say, oh, how far?
what's
Kilo
happening?
share,
Yeah.
talk to me. But it's not everyone that is comfortable doing that or is able to do
So
that.
is that true?
You know, so I think the conversation about cutting off friends is valid. I'm not going to invalidate anyone's feelings. Where the conflict used to happen is where we're now talking about what is the criteria that I just cut off friends. There was something that trended, I think, 3 months ago on Twitter of a guy that he wasn't feeling well. He told his friends, I think he had a surgery or something like that, and I think he told his guys once,
Yeah.
and
Nobody
then
said
after the
anything.
surgery or something, nobody checked up on him, and said
Okay.
definitely he's cutting all of them off. And I think the tweet blew up. You know, people were commenting on both sides. It found its way to one of my friend groups. For us, it was a no-brainer. Like, if you feel hot, talk to us.
And say you expected this.
Oh, God, even call us out. Do you know where you know us from? Guy, call us out. Maybe this is an opportunity for us to improve. But
Yeah.
as I said earlier, that it's now preference. So people get so hot that it is painful.
Yeah.
And you just, I mean, what if the person died? What if that guy died? You would have come to his
Everybody
burial
will come and
like,
start
oh,
saying,
he was a lovely guy.
I should have.
Meanwhile,
And you said it.
yeah. So, you know, but as I said earlier, I'm big on communication. So if you feel hot,
You have to actually find out
talk,
why.
you know.
Yeah.
And if they now tell you that, I'll get out, we don't rate you. Okay, no, voila, this is my scissors.
Yeah, I'm being true.
but cutting off friends, it will bring a lot of questions around what was your friend, all those things. There are some of my friends, nothing can cut us off. You know, we're almost like blood. So if like do
Where do you
your
want to
worst,
start from?
where do you want to go? Till death do us part.
Where do you actually
Till
want to
death
start
you,
from?
what you get. So in short, so there are those kind of friends that they are blood.
Yeah, the connection.
Yeah, but are there things that happen within people that are also blood? Oh yes,
there is.
many things they happen. Money, something,
Yeah.
money especially. Money always affects. Even you've had siblings fight over different things.
over the same thing.
But you see that for siblings, for example, there's just always that last thin line of now
You
blood.
always still hold on. Yeah.
No wala. But,
yeah.
but as I said, once again, it comes back to preferences. There are people that, you know, with their siblings too. It has gone
Some
to
people
some
have
levels
cut off.
that no going back, and that's
give
fine.
everybody
That's
their- yeah.
valid, yeah, right. But yeah, cutting off friends. I don't do it personally. Sometimes it drifts away.
Yeah, it just drifts.
Yeah, it just drifts. I think a healthier side would be, you know, what happens when you drift? Does that person stop becoming your friend? What do you think?
I think that when it drifts, for me, I'll still hold you there. I'll probably still remember, like maybe it's your birthday. Maybe if I was probably close to your mom or your siblings or stuff, I'll reach out and all of that. I feel like if there's also need to still reach out to you, I'll reach out to you.
But is the person still your friend? Do you think you call the person a friend?
So for me personally, I don't attach identity to titles. Like, I'm not big on, will I call you friend or not.
So what you call them? Somebody I know.
I don't know what I would call them, to be honest, but I just know that if there's something I might need, or if I need to reach out to you, I would still reach out to you regardless.
You didn't have to call me.
Because I found you didn't have a conversation where we're like, okay, from today, henceforth, 12th of March, I am no longer, and I'm not speaking. Maybe some people do that and they're like, no, I'm not speaking to you again. I'm enlisting you like family from like, I mean, let's say maybe treat breakups, or so treat breakups where we just, create that fence. Do you understand? If we had maybe like a major fight and something happens and we just have sort of drift and we're not speaking as much as we used to and all of that, I mean, you're still in my life. I mean, like, you're still important to me. Yeah. You might not be very conscious of everything that happens to me on a day-to-day basis. Know what's going up. Telling you, this is what I plan, my dreams, my hopes, But I feel like if I need to reach out to you, and if you give me a cold shoulder, fine, I'll move on. But I don't know.
Yeah, so drifting happens, and as once again, consequences of adulthood.
Yeah.
Drifting has happened. We have friends. This is a pain point for me. We have friends scattered all across the world.
True.
Because of Japa, I miss a lot of my friends.
I think,
and I'm sure it is for everybody.
I think I go the extra mile with people. Even people. I think one thing I've discovered is this. Why I told you I don't believe in drifting and then cutting off is this. Even as much as posting one line as so, I'm not talking to Seyi in like 3 years. Or nothing important as even. But I see it's your birthday, I'll just write a happy birthday. Even if it's sending it to your DM, I feel like that keeps me in your mind.
But for some people, they don't like that. It has reduced in recent times. But there was a time, if you use, people used to use, you have forgotten me. Apparently, everybody is squad and forgetting plenty people. So it seems that conversation just.
So if I even just wish everybody randomly, I'm not talk for a while.
And this is how you have forgotten me, That used to be the next line.
But I'll say you forgotten me too.
So
because
we will forget ourselves.
If I have a phone, you have a phone. If I can call you, you too can call me. So I would also say I've been fortunate enough to not have people that are very petty as well. I have had a good luck in terms of choosing friends where
it's because you are not petty now.
I've actually not had very petty friends. So if it's ones I reach out to, because I feel like something always comes up where I need to reach out to somebody that I might not have spoken to in a while. And for some reason, they always still just listen to me or help me out or come through for me. So if I find ways to reach out to you, if I see you somewhere, I'll greet you, I'll talk to you, and maybe I'll not see you in the next 5 years, fine. But I also make sure to just have that line of communication because I don't know when next I may need your help. But I mean, I don't really throw it maybe any bad.
Even further than needing, I think that needing help will be the place. But apart from even needing help, I think it's just nice to for us to know that people made an impact in our lives.
Yeah.
So if you met this person and you guys were close, for a while, and then things happened, you drifted apart. That time slot that person had. If that person was valuable to you, you should. I think you should consider that the person always have a place in your heart. If it drifted on good terms, even if it drifted on bad terms, this is a tough one because that's where you now sprinkle things like breakups, scamming people, and all those things.
Yeah,
but before this person broke up with you, you were a very pleasant person to them.
Yeah.
If you find in your heart to forgive them, and but it's a hard thing. That one is very hard.
Yeah.
If somebody collect money from you
I run away with it.
and you drift away, just be drifting like that. Because if I catch you, be drifting. It's police that will settle a matter. Just be drifting like that.
Yeah, like some things that
so
true.
As I said, if it's on good terms, if it's not on good terms, my just be fine to just. I'm not gonna wish you happy birthday. But I say this money matter, don't pay me. But I'm not gonna wish you happy birthday.
True though.
I will even view your status. I will view your story.
No.
And I'm not. If you like,
Okay,
if
so,
you're among those who likes to count people that have you,
Why?
some people have turned that off.
Me, I think I will. If I don't want you in my life, I think I will even just mute you and just not want
Me,
to see anything
if you
around
even if you do me bad things, very strong.
you see this
things,
person's number,
me,
you want
I'll
to know
delete your number.
Yeah,
I'll delete you. Just be going.
I'm actually I think
To
I will
Jesus
keep
be the
your,
glory.
no, I'll keep your
So we
number
meet
for I
in
might
at Jesus'
just
feet.
I'll keep your number but I'll just mute you because I don't want to see reminders and like have constant
Exactly. So
flashbacks.
for me, yeah, that's what. So I if I see reminders, I get emotional.
Yes, I just
So me, I
need
can
that.
unfollow you on social media.
Out of sight
I
is out
can-
of mind, so I don't.
But it doesn't mean there's bad blood. If you notice that I unfollowed you and you want to call me out on it,
Please let me
call
check my
out.
phone to see if she
I will be here now.
But yeah,
so I think it's just to cutting off friendships. It's as I've been saying, extend grace before you cut off.
at the end of the day,
If it's bad terms, maybe you
really
should.
don't know what's going on.
If it's bad terms, it's fine. If nothing happened badly and life just happened, this person moved away from your vicinity, you guys stopped talking for a while. If that day you thought about the person and you remember that we used to be close, why not message the person?
Yeah,
I do it
and
with
just say
people,
hi.
just say hi.
Remember them.
How have you been? You can even circumvent the conversation around you forgot me and say, oh, I'm sorry I've not been in touch. I think it's just
If that means you
maybe
forgot me, I'll flog
emotionally
you.
intelligent to just, don't have that conversation if I forgot, who did not forget today. Just come in directly.
Yeah, talk about
how have
that
you
stuff,
been?
yeah.
I see you posted this, or I just thought to check up on you. Crossed my mind.
Mm-hmm.
That you crossed my
Thinking about,
mind
yeah.
is a very emotional life for people.
You feel like,
Some
oh,
people
you remembered me.
Thank
Oh,
you,
yeah,
guys,
yeah.
and if your heart can even go further and there's goodwill you want to express that person, you want to say a prayer, you want to send money, you want to do
all
it
those
at that
things,
moment.
yeah.
And if that's not the case, it's fine. If you just a check-in, it's fine. Yeah, so that's don't cut off people. We all need each other.
Yeah, I think it's very
at some
important.
we don't all need each other. Let me take that statement back. But it will be nice to need each other.
People you are throwing this shade to me, don't only they will come for you. You're your own. So let's talk boundaries. How have you placed boundaries in like your friendships? Like you're like, okay, maybe when you meet someone like for the first time, maybe like over a while you guys are getting close, but realize that okay, you're not supposed to do more than this. How do you even communicate that?
Yeah,
How do you even let people?
Have you spoken about how we make friends as adults?
Yes.
So I'm saying that because, when you are, as a child, you're not collecting applications for friends, except if you were in that batch. It's possible some people had that experience. It's possible. Yeah, it's possible.
No comment.
There are people, I'm sure there will be somebody in this life, someone that have written letter, I want to be your friend. And you have seen it and say, reject this thing from my front.
Girls, obviously,
who are you?
Everybody in school right now.
Thank you. So yeah, but as children, I think for most of us, it was just as we initially said.
Yeah.
As adults, do we collect applications for friendships? People say, "Oh, I'd like to be your friend,"
Yeah.
but there was maybe something that attracted them.
So
There was a common ground, work, church, something. So that happens, and the question around that is, when you say boundaries, when do you draw the boundaries?
Yeah.
When do you initiate the boundary?
Most times after something has happened.
Thank you.
That's why I think.
You will not be getting close to me and I'll say, Ace, okay, sit down. These are rules and regulations. If you know me, thou shall do this. Thou shall not do this. And I'm sure, as I said, in this life, there's nobody. There's nothing human beings can do. There are people in this life that have that list.
There's a reference.
This one we are getting close. Not this one, though.
I don't take this.
I don't take this.
I don't do this.
I'm sure there are people that
8
way.
PM. You call me 2 times, send a message. Don't call me 3 times.
There are people. So I honestly will not be surprised that they are. But you don't really draw those boundaries. You don't sit down with your friends and say, one day I was doing some evaluations with my friends and I discovered that there was one of my friends I thought it was a Yoruba guy. This is someone I've known since secondary school.
He did not know it was not Yoruba.
No, he knew, I didn't know it was not Yoruba. He's from Kogi.
Oh yeah, all the people from
From the name and everything. But we never had that question to ask state of origin.
Where are you from? I'm friend from Edo State, so that has full Yoruba.
And I'm thinking, we spoke in Yoruba, but it wasn't a thing. But when it comes to this boundaries thing, Okay, it's always also digress into maintaining friendships. But let me come back to boundaries. So you don't sit down and say, oh, you want to communicate the terms and conditions. It's when something is showing that you now say, oh, guy, I don't like this one.
Yeah.
Babe, I don't like this one. It's
almost like they have to do something
to now, or something happens around, and I say, I know they did that kind of thing, or this works for me, or this is how I communicate, or here. So the conversation around boundaries is a very, I say, until something happens, you might not have that boundaries
so
conversation.
You can't even place them.
Yeah, you would have your conditions, you have the things that you set up as boundaries. Some people can tell from just looking at your interaction that these are your boundaries. Some people might not be able to know that you don't like snatching their phone and opening their phone. So it's when something happens that you would now, and as we said initially, knowledge. Some things you don't even know are your boundaries until
maybe somebody says them, you hear them.
Say, don't message me after 10. It's not healthy. They say that people that look at their phones before they sleep, they don't message me.
I didn't know those ones before.
You just got to know that people that spend 2 hours before they don't sleep well. So now that's when you discover that chatting to the night is not my thing.
So you now start telling people that I don't chat to the night.
So knowledge, eventually when something happens, that's when the boundaries come on. But yeah, you should have boundaries in your friendships. I think it would make sense to say some friendships have levels. The acquaintance thing, people always struggle with that thing because
and they get offended.
You're not even going to introduce someone as, this is my acquaintance.
This is my acquaintance. You always say friends in Nigeria.
And what happens under that acquaintance bracket is, so there are many other things. Work colleague, church member, neighbor. This is my neighbor. This is my work colleague. This is my
friend's friend.
But we're always afraid. You feel say this is my work colleague, and the person that's thinking it was your friend.
I say so we're not friends, right?
Now work colleague. This is my neighbor. I thought I was your friend. But some people are very clear in that communication.
And they don't get.
And they don't. You must understand them on that side.
Yeah.
Some people, once you are laughing with them on the first day, you're their friend.
Yeah.
They will introduce you as friend for the rest of their life. My friend. Even you that are being introduced as the friend, you're like, I'm not your friend, though. Like chill.
Yeah.
So the boundaries thing is very. You should have boundaries with people. Levels of friendships. There will be boundaries. There's some of your friends that can message. There's some of your friends that can call you in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And you will pick.
Yeah.
There are some that, who be this one now?
I'm like, why are you calling me right now?
Did you see me in your dream? So maybe there are levels of friendships. I've not read any book up to that level. But I think all of us admittedly know that we have levels of friendship. There are people you call your friend, but they're just like, oh, yeah, we met in church. We know ourselves from church. We know a couple of things. We've bonded over, but it's
not more than that.
You can't ask me for money.
Yeah.
He can't crack some time. He can't be laughing with me and slap me. So there are levels of friendships, and those levels would bring some sort of boundaries. Some if they slap you, say, listen me now one. Okay, we know Sabi reach that level.
Yeah.
So I think that's where I would say
I think
boundaries.
it's very important. Okay, so last question before we go. Have you ever had a friendship breakup?
I referenced my church group at the beginning of this conversation, and we had a chat last month about friendship breakups, and it got me thinking, if I had friendship breakups, I think right now, in hindsight, then I thought I didn't have guy to guy.
Oh wow!
Well, I've had friendship breakups with ladies, but this is not saying that that's where it happens. It was on emotional grounds. The person was my friend when we're talking, so definitely if we stop talking for one reason or the other, it means we're friends. And I miss some of them, just in case they watch this. It happens. So when we're having that conversation, it felt like we think guys, it's not a thing like that. Guys can fight physically.
Beat themselves up, punch themselves.
And blood will even flow. And the next day, Okay, bro, don't do that kind of thing again. Boundaries. But we're still guys. We still drink together, we still eat together, we still play games together. You know. But it happens. I mean, from a lady perspective, I want to hear. Do you have do you think you have a lot of friendship breakups?
I don't think I've had a female.
You're a lovely person. Okay? Yeah, you're a lovely person.
Anybody's so that's why I say I can't be case study for most of these things.
Yeah.
I think that I think there's one rule I took literally when they say the person that you want others to be for you, be that person. And I think that hack has worked for me because
no, you say there's no people that can't work for anybody. There are plenty codes for you.
Do you know why? Because what people expect you to be. People expect you to be what they want first. I don't know how to explain it.
Come again.
So you want something from your friendships. You want something in a friend.
Okay.
But you expect somebody to do it to you first.
Not that friend.
No, not you being that person first. So it's like, I want a friend that is this. I want a friend that is this. I want a friend that shows up for me. But when they say, be the person that you want to see, I think for me, I took that literally from a young age.
Would it be fair asking me to be my need?
Something like that. It sounds foolish. Yes, that's the thing. But you expect somebody else to be that to you. And I realized somehow that when I start showing up as that person for people, it kind of affected the quality of people around me. Somehow. So I had this thing that I used to do where if any of my friends have a book or have an event or something, I find something to give to them. But one of my friends, he was buying this except his last concert. I didn't do anything. But
you see, you don't mess
he
up.
was always now. Yes, he's a married man, please. But
okay, because he's married now.
No, that's not why. That's not why. For some reason, I just couldn't at that moment.
Okay.
But I mean, I supported all of that. I shared. But like, it's as small as buying the shoes he was going to wear or something. I told one girl randomly, I was like, oh, even post her event, I was like, see, it's just 5K I have, but I make it a kind of easy to give to anything my friend is doing. And this is that my friend started picking it up. So I'm doing something else. Oh, this message me. Oh, please. I'm the one that was always asking for post flyers. I don't know if I've had that tattoo where you post something and I'm like, she sent me the flyer of this thing.
But you post a lot of flyers. You post a lot of flyers.
And so in my head, I'm like, if this is the only way I can support you, I'll do it. One of my friends, when they reached out to me, I said, please send this to another person. And when I see my friends post my stuff now, at first I'll be like, I'm posting my stuff because I'm not used to it. I'm usually the one who does it for them. But I realized that somehow it started rubbing off on everybody in my circle. So certain things I would do for them, they would learn, or maybe it's them trying to pay back. I don't know. I just feel like they would sit and say, she always does this. She's doing this thing. Let's push through for her. And I saw that it started to affect the quality of people around me. So I wasn't in a place where I was waiting for people to do for me. I started doing, and when they saw how it felt, they took it up to themselves. And so it has now affected the quality of people I have around me. So it's almost like by default. It's like someone has showered you. Today, I give you 1 million. Tomorrow, I give you 1 million. Next tomorrow, I give you 1 million. If I say give me 15 naira, Seyi, you will look for it.
I can't be less of what you need.
You will look for. So it's almost like you just have to find a way. So I just realized, you know what? I rather show up as this person. If I get it, fine. If I don't get it, fine. I mean, I don't get it from everybody. That's the truth. And for me, it just makes me know that, okay, this is how you want things to go between us. I keep you at that level. But then, for other people, so for me, I've actually been lucky with friendship breakups where, I mean, it hasn't gone that bad. I have not let it go that bad. And I tell myself to just forget some things and not take some things to heart. And I don't try to just, make an issue out of it.
It's life no easy.
It's not. So I had friendship breakup with a guy, unfortunately. But it was not emotional. Something that happened.
Put this thing and make your husband know.
What does it know? But yeah, and as you said, actually, it does hurt, or it did hurt. It hurts. It hurts because, I mean, I feel like there are better ways of handling. As you said, communicate. I don't feel like enough communication was done to say, okay, this thing happened to me. Just send me voice notes, and you're going to block me, and you blocked me. You now allow me to reply.
Oh wow. More.
I not give up. Sorry. I not give up. I copied the voice notes I was gonna send on iMessage. You must, if you don't want to hear, but
more. That
No
was
closure.
Because before I could finish
No closure.
listening,
the person has
No closure.
thought.
before I could finish listening, I just saw that my
It
replies
really
were not
pains. It really
delivering
pains.
again.
It really pains. But people, it happens
And
with
then
people.
I'm just like,
They don't care whether you respond. They've said their mind. They've made their peace. To Jesus be the glory.
as in, so for a while I was like, wait, if you really, really value this thing, why won't you let me say my piece, say my mind? But
It doesn't value it. Deal with your value.
let me explain. So I mean, I let that one go, and for a while I was, feeling bad about it. But someone told me something. Someone said the person was in a very emotional space, so they did what they did. Move on from it. So I stopped.
It takes some
I cannot
time
see
now.
somebody and pass.
No, they say there are stages of grief. So it takes some time. Yeah.
Me that I cannot see somebody and pass them. I still seeing and passing. So it's all good. It's all good.
They pain, no, but the person was really hot.
It's painful.
It's a painful thing, and we know friendships matter to us as people.
Yeah, at the end of the day,
no matter how people say, some might claim that
cut them off.
maybe sometimes that cutting off thing is even an emotional appeal.
Yeah, I want to.
Yes. You guys, I want to. Love
Should
me.
you block me? Why?
You get like,
What
talk to me
happened?
now, talk to me. So yeah, it's fine. It happens. Friendship breakups happen for many reasons, and I think it's just it's been nice to forgive. Even stressing on your last point that there's a scripture that says I'm referencing scripture a lot.
Please,
Yeah,
please.
Jesus is our
It's our standard.
yeah. The Bible says he that would have friends will show himself
Must show himself
friendly. I'm
friendly. Yeah.
paraphrasing. So I said, give some level of. That's how a lot of friends are made.
Yeah.
You can't be the only one receiving. Come
We
on,
have
give.
to.
Yeah, give.
We expect so much from other people.
That's fine.
And it's really
That's
hard
it.
for us to do the same. But yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, it's been an interesting conversation.
Thank you so
really,
much,
really.
Toby.
Thank you, Seyi,
The
for
conversation around
coming.
friendships cannot be exhausted.
Really?
It's an ongoing one.
Yeah.
And I think as adults, it's this is my own another pain point for me that adulthood is actually it's more complicated than I imagined. You see our parents. I wanted to make this point, and I think I'll just make my last point where you see your mother is going for a wedding of someone that she has not. You even know that she doesn't like this person.
But they are showing up.
She bought their show because in adulthood there are just some obligations that you must do.
Some things are just
You
obligations.
get,
because you feel
it's
good
not
with them.
easy. That's sacrifice,
Yeah, as
you have to
well.
make that call. You have to say, now I'm just reminding to message one of my guys. Message the person, make that call, go for this person's stuff,
And sometimes that's the only time I see that person, maybe till like
But-
even the next year.
Next year, or 3 years. Look at this jackpot thing that is happening to a lot of people. Even if you have jackpot in another country, the chances of you seeing some people.
Again.
So, sacrifice.
Yeah,
It's not easy. That's why it's called sacrifice. Sacrifice is not easy.
Yeah.
But extend grace. Extend grace to yourself in how you have assessed your friendships, and extend grace to your friends.
Yeah.
I think that's
Friendship
the
never
biggest message I
compromise.
would. Adulthood is just doing many things.
We'll be fine.
They
We'll
say
be
adulthood is a
fine.
scam. But the thing about a scam is that you stop doing the scam.
We cannot stop.
You can't stop
Let's go and meet our Lord and
except you
Maker.
kaput. Thanks so much, Toby.
Thank you
I
so
wanted
much,
to see on the podcast that you're doing
Seyi.
amazing work.
Thank you.
We met on Starting Life.
Yes, that's how
Victory.
many years ago.
Yeah, I used to
Shout out to Victory.
Shout out to Victory.
Yes,
yeah.
I'm in touch with Victory.
Yeah, I know you know how to keep in touch with many people. I know what you're doing with YSB is wonderful.
Thank you. Thank
This
you.
podcast is wonderful, and I want to really compliment you. You're doing awesome work.
Well done,
And I pray God keeps strengthening you.
Amen.
I pray for a lot of
Amen.
wisdom.
Amen.
They usually say subscribe. And, click the like
Subscribe,
button. All those things that people say. Well, you cannot come to my phone and force me. But yeah, subscribe,
Please do
like,
everything that he has
listen
said.
to the podcast.
Do everything that he has said.
And share feedback.
Yes,
Yeah.
please, feedback.
Yeah, share feedback.
Thank you so much for listening.
Thanks so much,
Have a
guys.
lovely,
Pleasure to
lovely
be
day.
here. Yeah.
All right, bye.